Hi, everybody.
Never.
We have at Comer on the podcast right now. It's a
Hello.
very special thing. Yeah, dude, there he is. Say hello, Comer.
Hello, I'm
Whatever
Kamar.
you say.
I am the
Boomer.
Kamar.
I'm so happy. I thought we would
Whatever
never
you
get
say.
Comer on the podcast, but here he is.
Boomer, I can't believe you're here, dude. I literally love
Comer,
you
you've
so much.
literally
You
never
make
had a
me
bad
so-
post.
Yeah.
Oh, you make me so
Oh,
sexy
Comer,
for
shit,
you.
dude, Comer, your connection's breaking. Oh,
It is.
No.
Oh.
Comer, no! Well, okay, we lost Comer.
I was out of the room.
Dude, you missed Comer, dude. He was
Miss Comer.
Yeah, Comer
I
was
miss
here, you missed him.
Kaka.
Yeah, Comer broke up. Maybe he'll join us for another bit of the podcast. But yeah, that was the Comercast, guys. So,
Okay, that was the end. Bye bye.
all right.
Bye bye.
So today we're
Bye,
joined
Comer.
by my very special friends, Cat's Cat on Instagram, Wishful Ranger 22 on Instagram,
Yo.
Patrick Warburton Fan 53 on Instagram.
And me, Ding Dong Fan 53 on Instagram. I'm watching Mad Men.
Yeah.
God
Shut your
damn
mouth.
it, it's
dude.
another Mad
No
Men
one
episode.
cares.
Yeah,
No
one
one
cares.
cares. Ding Dong, describe
Yeah.
Mad Men.
Just what?
Describe Mad Men. This is the first bit.
Okay, so Mad Men basically is a show that like takes place in the 60s, and it stars Don Draper, and he's like an ad guy. He works in like an ad office agency that just makes ads for products. And he's living a double life, basically. Like his entire life is a lie, and he's not actually Don Draper. He's a different person, and he basically like has a wife and kids, and he goes and fucks a bunch of like women all the time, constantly.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's actually
Isn't that what
mad.
you
Yeah,
do,
he
Ding Dong?
just-
about my
Yeah,
life.
he's mad and crazy. He literally rips his hair out. He goes, "I'm just mad."
He goes, I'm a crazed individual.
I go crazy for Cuckoo Puffs.
If you guys ever watch the Come Town podcast, they do a really funny impression of Don Draper. They're like, "Why would you choose to have gay sex with a man?" Like that's exactly what he talks like. That's exactly what he'd say. He would say, "I love gay men. I love to have sex with."
Sorry,
Every day.
Fetty Wap, but
I love seeing
Yeah.
two little
He
balls
would say, "Fetty
against
Wap,
each other during coitus.
Fetty
Very
Wap,
nice.
Why would you choose to be 1738 when you could be 1739?
that's America.
Even
That's America.
1730. Even 1740, if you want.
So, okay, hypothetical. You get transported back to 1738. What do you do?
Fetty Wap.
Fucking
Yeah.
throw my. I just sing Fetty Wap.
Is that what Fetty Wap was talking about? He was talking about getting a
Invested
time machine and
third
transporting himself
client.
back then?
He was in 17. He was in 1738. He was trying to get a call for help.
Invested.
You know
oh
what?
my
I
God,
don't
what's
listen-
up? Hello. Send
I don't
help.
listen to Fetty Wap because he says I'm a devil worshiper at the beginning of his songs. He is evil. Don't you
Oh my God.
understand?
Blasphemer.
Guys, sorry. Oh, man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Isn't that funny, dude? Please laugh at that. It's so funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's talk. Yeah. Let's talk about Clemmy.mp4. What do you guys have to say about her?
Apparently they didn't know they didn't do the botting. It was someone else.
Yeah, I heard that. Wait, Pat, what'd you say?
I was in one of her meme compilations on her.
No way.
Dude, that's
I was.
awesome.
How'd you feel about that?
I was just dumbfounded that such a popular celebrity would put me in their meme compilation.
Do you
He
think,
only has
do you think-
20,000 more followers than you.
Do you think Clemmy.mp4 counts as a celebrity?
No, in
Uh,
no sense of the word.
No.
Technically, I'm a celebrity.
Dude, that's all. Pat, you're an influencer, dude.
Yeah.
I
have
think
been.
I think
You need
if I
to spread a
started
positive
uploading my
message to
old
today's
comics that I made when I was in like middle and elementary school, I think I could get a lot more followers like Pat does with his Diary of a Wimpy Kid stuff. Did I ever show you guys the Ultimate Spaghetti comics I made?
No, you didn't. You said you were gonna
talked
send
about
them that
them.
one time, but then you never showed them. I just didn't
They're
know if you
called-
didn't have them.
So they're called the Ultimate Spaghetti, and they're basically just based off of YouTube boobs because I thought
Based-
YouTubes were so funny. Yeah, they're based.
Wait,
on
this is
that
bagel.
film.
Bagel.
Mama Luigi.
So, what was your guys' favorite?
Nice.
What was your guys' favorite YouTube poop creators? Like, ones that you remember?
I like
Later on-
Shifrillis.
Shifrillas is
Okay.
good, yeah.
Yeah, he is
I like
good.
his movie stuff too.
He makes
Yeah.
good
He's
content,
good content,
now.
yeah.
I
You know
was
who
actually
else
just
makes-
watching his top 10 like DreamWorks villain video.
Yeah, I watched that earlier. Let's get him on the
Good one.
podcast.
He
Please.
won't do it.
Had the
He won't.
Verminator.
We already have too many people, and they're all from me trying to get people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get that stupid fucking e-girl with the Jersey accent. I'm trying to get SRA. Like, Ben Pace is our number one.
Ben Pace is our number one.
Pace is our
He
Ben
hasn't
Pace will come on
read
for
my
episode
DM.
100.
Ben Pace, you have to come on the podcast.
The
He
past-
hasn't even read my
Ben Pace, if you're
DM.
listening to this, hey, listen, turn the lights down. Ben Pace, if you're listening to this right now, you better get on, or else let's just say it's not gonna look pretty for you, dude.
Yeah, Ben Pace,
Watch
Cummer beat you, dude. Let's think.
Dude,
about
we
it.
got Cummer on the line, and he's
we got
He's
Cummer
got
on the
Cummer
line.
comes
on
in
it.
for you, dude.
Bruce
Cummer's
here,
gonna
and
beat the
he is
shit out of
queer,
Ben
and he's
Pace.
gonna teach you a lesson, Ben.
Trying to get the Ben Pace.
Cummer's gonna go. You
interview.
wanna know how I got this cum?
The Ben Paste Hitman extravaganza.
know.
We've actually
You
got
wanna
pretty.
know?
We got involved. We got unfortunately involved in a assassination accident because like we were just talking goofy about Ben Paste and like someone in the Senzu Bean cartel. I think it was funny. Hooked us up with like an assassin, but we didn't know it was an assassin. We just thought they would convince, in quotation marks,
Yeah.
Ben Paste to come on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
But now I think Ben Paste might be like hunted
Yeah, Ben
down.
Pace, you might want to
Yeah,
like board up your windows and put like red over
Hasn't
your door
been
and
in
like
a couple days. I'm kind of worried, so I'm gonna go to his house, check on him, to see what's up.
Yeah, everything, guys. Funny actually. Funny kind of has like a lot of ties to like the mafia, like the
Oh,
Mexican
well.
cartel and like stuff. Like he has a lot of like ties, that kind of thing. It's like that's in his blood. Like he's like
Yeah.
he's a
we
mafia
are the
man through and
Sensu
through.
Bean cartel.
I
after
mean,
all.
we told him, yeah. We told the guy, give him to us alive, but you know.
Yeah, he must have
he
thought that
sometimes
we were
roughs him
actually
up a
part of
little
some sort of cartel, like
Yeah.
a real cartel. I don't know.
Yeah,
we
I
should
don't know.
like
we are a real
clarified.
cartel.
Mario Kart cartel, what?
Dude,
Mario Kart
hashtag
cartel.
Mario Kart Wii.
Which is your guys' favorite Mario Kart?
Mario Kart Wii, dude, that's the best one.
Mario Kart Cummer.
Yeah, probably.
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I like the Wii one.
I like.
He goes Mario Kart the Wii U.
I just have personal connections to 7 because I would always play it at the YMCA with my friends after school.
Oh yeah.
We were so based.
I'm
Booyah!
waiting for the.
I hate this place.
That's alive. No, I don't think so.
Gotta have some fun. We don't care if you care.
Well,
Just
remember
look
when you almost
underwear.
kissed her, but she was gay. I love your sister.
Excuse
That's my
me.
favorite thing
This
about
is like
Dance
this is like
Gavin
when we
Dance
played
lyrics.
music. It's gonna
My
get
favorite
taken
thing about
down.
Dance Gavin Dance lyrics is they don't make any fucking sense. He literally wrote down, he said, remember when you tried to kiss her, but she was gay and like your sister. He wrote that, it was like,
I thought,
damn, dude, that's dumb.
you know the 100 Gex song that's like, the Money Machine or whatever, where it's like, at the start is like, you think you're so fucking cute, you talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. I thought it was, you talk a lot of big gay for someone with such a small truck, and I really liked that.
yeah,
But no, it's actually
You talk
gay.
a lot of big
but-
gay.
You got the big gay, bro.
I think, I think 100 Gex is an interesting band.
Bro, Big Gay, that's like 2015 lingo. Jesus, that
Yeah.
brings me back.
Oh.
Bro, you've got the
Yeah.
big gay, bro.
Yeah.
Got the big waves and I got the big
Guys.
tames.
Cause
Their
Mario
mom
might
is
be
like-
super, but I'm super duper with a big pooper.
Do you think
like-
that
more
guy was
like a
like
big
for
pooper,
real when he
bro.
made that song?
I got a big pooper.
Like, there's no way that guy went on stage, like, fully confident in his singing skills and performed that.
Mario
You
might
wouldn't
be
play
super,
a
but I'm
Mario
super
game.
duper.
No way T-dubs believe that.
Mario
Honestly, T-Dub is like missing. I wish he was like we could find him.
Honestly,
T-Dub
he
is
should
gone.
make a comeback album.
I saw his picture on like a milk carton. He's gone.
Yeah, they said please
He's
find T-Dub.
missing.
His long-awaited album T-Dub in the Club never came out. We're still waiting for him.
Damn.
I went no.
Let's get him on the
No.
podcast.
Let's get T-Dubs on the podcast. Let's get a
When do you
get
think?
Game Dude.
When do you
Let's
think
get
the first
Chris Chan.
monkey? When do you think the first monkey-led band will come out? Like the monkeys have instruments, and the monkeys are
Didn't-
like. Is this a
We
thing
gotta
already,
just-
or?
Just let the monkeys,
Monkeys
watch
are
a
getting-
band, because like monkeys
They already
see monkey
have
do.
that. That's what 100 Gex is.
It's called Gorilla.
Yeah, and it's called Gorillas, bro.
the gorillas, dude.
They
Gorillas
look
are
like
There's
pretty
a name,
monkey
you
to
dumb
me.
fuck.
Yeah, it's a digital band because they're all monkeys.
They're monkeys programming it.
If a million monkeys had a million typewriters, how long do you think it would take them to type a gorilla song?
Too
2
long
minutes.
because they're so extremely improverbial that it's like they can't even think about it.
Well, if there's
That's actually how they
infinite
get lyrics
monkeys,
for.
then like statistically one monkey would just like perfectly right out.
Perfectly
there's
right.
infinite-
I'm happy. I'm feeling glad. I'm going
Like
such
first
a-
attempt.
Yeah, like first try. That'd be fucking.
Sorry, guy. I'm just really infatuated. I'm watching Mad Men, and once again, the mom from Stranger Things is in it, and she's so fucking hot.
Are you watching it right now?
Are the
Yeah.
men
Yeah,
bad?
he always watches Mad Men during the
He always
podcast.
watches-
And every
It's
time,
always
and
like-
every
that's
time
a
I'm on the
tradition.
podcast, she's always in it. And I,
And you go,
It's a sign.
"Oh."
You go humana.
Let's get her on the podcast.
You guys keep it
Get
down.
her-
I'm trying to focus here. Oh.
guys,
Guys,
sorry,
we actually
guys, I have a milk fetish. I'm sorry, please don't kill me.
We actually- Guys, we actually have the mom from Stranger Things on the podcast right now. Here she comes.
Stop.
Hello.
Stop it.
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
I am Madman Mom.
I am here.
I am the Madman
Hello.
Mom.
Hello,
Who is-
Mother Stranger
who is
Oh,
this
I
Fill
love
up the
that.
whole dance school.
Crazy,
Gonna get
crazy man.
lazy.
Who is this thing with dong?
Don Draper says that every day. He goes, "I'm a crazed man. I'm like a mad kind of man or something."
I'm like a
Perhaps
mad
I'm
man.
Mad kind of
crazed,
man.
angry man. Mad not in the way that I'm angry, but in the way that I'm unhinged.
I am
Perhaps.
Tex Avery.
Yes.
Tex Avery.
I'll be
Welcome to the
right
Wacky
back,
Wack.
y'all.
Welcome to the Wack
The
Wack.
wacky world.
I just gotta turn off my headset real quick. I'll
Alright, we've just been talking about random bullshit. We gotta
Yeah.
narrow down. We gotta
When I-
narrow
when I
things
come-
down a little.
when
We
Daddy
gotta
comes
throw
back,
in
there better be a
road
good
this
topic in the
podcast.
chat.
Talking about YouTube bloopers that we like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would
Okay,
say
so like,
I would say
Oh, you
my
wanna go
personal
first, buddy?
favorite. Yeah, I would say my personal favorite has to be Cartoon Lover 98. He's not on the platform anymore, but he has some really classic ones that I remember
Yeah.
watching with my friends. All right,
I
now you
remember-
go.
One of
I
the-
would say, so like the earlier YouTube poopers, back when I used to watch like back in 08, 09, I didn't really have like YouTube poopers that were my favorites. I just had like videos of that I liked. But later on, towards the end, back in like 2013, 2012, when I kind of stopped watching YouTube poop, the best two, and I think they are still funny to this day, are Dyke Kike or Krobo Productions now. And then Dan Fango 700. They both are so fucking funny to this day. Unfortunately, Dan Fango deleted all of his videos and deleted his entire YouTube.
Damn.
But you can still find them. They're like re-uploads of it. But Krobo Productions did the Fesh Pins 1 and 2, which we should have a Fesh Pins watch party because it's the funniest YouTube
Oh,
we've
we
ever
should.
made.
Mm.
It's so fucking funny.
It's a hood classic.
It
We
is.
we never had that what was it, Chris Hansen watch party. I still kinda wanna do that.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, To Catch a Predator is the funniest fucking show I've ever seen.
Why are
in
you
my
here
life.
tonight? I don't know, sir. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who I am. Who are you? Where am I?
I thought there was a pizza. I thought there was a party. I thought there was a pizza.
I thought it was just I was just going to my mother's house and I took a wrong turn. This is her
Yeah,
house. I don't know how we
it's
got these
funny
keys.
because these guys are They're all horrible people. Like, they're disgusting, horrible people. And they're so
Disgusting
pathetic
mole
when they get
people.
caught. They can't even admit it. They go, you know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to go to the beach, okay? Please.
I just want to go to the beach.
Chris Hansen's like, now what are you doing? Have a seat right
I
away.
don't know.
Don't give a
What
seat.
are you doing? I've caught you red-handed, you son of a bitch.
Red-handed and red-branded. And...
Red Brandon. Ian Brandon Anderson.
I caught a pedophile.
I remember back when I was super. I was raised on YouTube. It was like that was my bread and butter.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw this one video as a young impressionable child called Mario and Luigi Go to a Strip Club, and I didn't know what it was about. and I watched it so many times, and I was like, "What is this video?" And I watched it with my little brother, and he became obsessed with the video. Mario and Luigi go to a strip club, and then it, like Rick Astley goes and pisses next to Mario. Like it's so like poorly made. It sucks.
Dude,
It's
that's so
awful.
based. I remember my first
And it was
exposure to. Sorry, continue. You
Oh.
remember the story.
It was just it was stupid CD and Mario like, let's go to strip club. Luigi. And then Luigi like,
Yeah.
it was stupid. It was like, I want to go and buy a beer, and it's like, and then King came and said, "My boy, this is what all two strip clubs strive for." It was horrible.
It's
My
awful.
boy.
I love that.
My boy.
So Pat and I realized something when the Joe Biden tweet where he said enough. Like, that's all he tweeted, just the words enough. And I realized something when Pat texted me, just like what the king says.
Yeah.
The king
Enough.
says that. He goes, enough. I'm going to Camelot with Link.
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough.
These are the faces of evil.
Evil,
My
your sword is enough.
My first exposure to YouTube poops. So my friend was over, and I had this like the TARDIS from Doctor Who, because I was
Yeah.
really into that stuff.
Yep.
I had like a play set of that, basically, like a life-size play set, and he was like, dude, I gotta show you something. We went into the TARDIS and he was like, dude, check this out. It was a Caillou YouTube poop. I don't remember what it was called. It was like Caillou the Shesh or something like that. And it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen. I laughed so hard. And I was like, what is this black magic? Because I'd never heard of it. And then I went down the rabbit hole that night, and I've never been the same since.
Editor, please, oh please, if you can find the Mario strip club video, please put us that. Like, please just put a clip of it in right now. Please.
Nice Bowser to invite us over to his street club, eh, Luigi? I hope you'll see lots of cherries. Luigi, look!
Editor,
Please, oh,
editor.
please.
Alright.
I want to make another. This is kind of a big task, but at the end of this episode, make a funny YouTube poop of us talking. Do
I've
it.
been thinking about trying to do
Yeah,
that.
let's
Wait,
all
guys,
say
we should
live.
do it. We should do it with YouTube poop roleplay.
Alright, I'll be a
I
CDI
wanna be the
Link.
king. I call the king.
CDI
Okay,
Link.
I'll be Luigi.
No one can be Mario. I'm Mario. No one else is Mario. We have
Yeah,
too
I'm
many
Luigi.
Marios.
I'm Mario. Mario, go fish.
Looks like
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
go fishing again.
Hey, Mario!
What, Luigi? You fat bald bastard.
Mario, it's spaghetti. Mario.
Wow.
Lots of
Spaghetti
Wow.
instruction book.
The
Instruction
Mario
book,
Brothers
instruction book.
in Camelot or Gamelon. You know.
Gamelon.
Boy,
Mama,
George
Mama
Lucas
Luigi.
is all
Mama Bucker.
or
How about a kiss for luck?
How about
Gay.
a kiss
No.
to fuck?
This
Gay,
didn't
gay.
go well.
This is not.
This is not a good bit.
This
Cut
is not
this
a
out.
good bit at all.
Delete
Cut it out.
single-
Cut it out.
after-
Delete
Delete
it.
the
Delete
edit.
kissed every single one of my pubic hairs, then we can talk about nurse.
it. Then we can talk about Mercy. Take him away.
All right, what's
Take
everyone's
him
opinion
away.
on pubic hairs? No.
There's a new episode of the
That
Christian
sends you, Luigi, to
documentary.
you,
What do you guys think of that? That little
There's
guy.
like 10 million of those fucking documentaries. You feel like you would run out of shit to talk about Christian, but you never do.
You never do. He's
I-
a beautiful
He's
man.
such an
I'm gonna be
enigma.
dead ass. Christian is a fucking enigma, but I can't sit down and watch like 40, 10-hour like documentaries about Christian. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I do it as background noise. I just
Every
listen to this man go
Every
like,
time I talk to
Gotta
like a
chew.
normal, every time I talk to a normal human
Gotta
being, or like I talk to a girl in real life, I imagine like
imagine
I-
she's saw.
Oh
she's
my God.
Christian.
No,
I had
I
that because
imagine like she literally doesn't know who Christian is, and if she knew that I knew who Christian was, and then she knew, she would probably like never talk to me again.
She'd probably, like,
I
kill
freaked
herself.
out about that. Me and he's in SBC. June Siddig. We started watching the Christian documentary, like binging it, and I had to stop watching because I was afraid that I was turning into Christian. Because I would talk
Exactly.
to my girlfriend, I'd be like, "Hey,"
It made you
hey,
insane.
baby," and I'd be like, "Oh my God, I am Christian. I'm becoming Christian." I hated it. I had to stop.
That's the biggest.
Crucifixion.
That's the biggest, yeah, exactly. That's the biggest.
becoming
flaw about
crucified!
Christian. That's the biggest flaw about Christian is that the whole point of watching it is that you feel like you are one step away from Christian. You feel like if something else had been different, this could have been me. That's why
Yeah,
everyone's so interested in me.
It's
Honestly,
like Christian's
I
just a failed human.
I was
the bad
Christian for a
ending.
bit. I was horrible with, like, not horrible. I was a massive creep towards women. All I would talk about is Sonic the Hedgehog. I was an awful like piece of
You'd
shit.
say, "I want
I still do that.
a beautiful girlfriend between the ages of 18
Yeah,
and 22.
I still do that, but at least I know I'm not Christian.
At least I'm self-aware about it, and I'm a functioning member of society.
Ding Chan.
Ding Chan.
That's me.
That's awesome.
And what
Hey,
weirds
baby,
me out
that's
about
alright,
like
get on the podcast.
modern Chris is he's going through this like all this financial trouble, like, and he's trying to like sell this like shitty Twilight Sparkle princess thing card game, like to make
Right.
money. Why doesn't he just like make art like he always does? Like, sure, it's
I
not
don't
it's
know.
not good by any means, but I bet people would pay
Well,
like
people
top
would buy
dollar
it,
for
yeah,
a
because
Christian
it's Christian.
original.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think
I
there'll
love
ever
that-
be
I-
another person like Christian? Like another
Yeah,
Oh,
person?
there's
Alberto,
tons of
but
other
nobody's
Christian.
recording
I mean,
it.
No,
kind
but-
of.
No, but like someone as famous as Christian, like as
See,
Never.
I don't
Never.
think there will ever be another Christian because the thing about Christian is why he became so recognizable is because he recorded everything and everything about him is documented. And no one else would do that. No one else would think to do that. But Christian, because of his entitlement or like sense of like everyone
Self-worth.
loves me, self-worth, he just put everything. And like now you can go back and look at it all. But there will never be another Christian, and I think we can only enjoy it while it lasts. You know?
Yeah, he's
I love,
just very
I love
he's
that.
he's also just like very like impulsive. And also,
yeah.
you know the old saying where it's like, if you put something on the internet, anyone could see it. He thinks if you put something on the internet, everyone will see it. So he'll like make these like crazy messages like, Shigeru Miyamoto, please make a Sonic 2 video game and pay me $10 million. Make Sonic 2 the coolest guy ever and make me have a big old penis and have sex with tons of women. Please, 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 please. Oh, please.
He just wants to respawn.
I love
the
the
big show.
Come on, you Trollster's Paradise.
God, he chose to paradise.
I love the video of his mom where he literally shoves the camera in her face and turns the flash on and has the camera in her eyes. And she's like, we are starving.
She looks like the
We
crypt
are
keeper.
in financial trouble. Please help us. And he literally, like, she looks like she's dying when he's recording her.
She's in that moment she's going to heaven. She looks like her eyes are glazing over.
Have you guys seen the video?
Sriracha, please, whoever's editing, please just put a clip of that in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Please put that.
Please buy our comic books.
Tell
Have
them your
you-
name,
Have
Barbara
you seen
Chandler.
the,
That's it, yeah. That's it. That's literally it.
Barbara.
Are you the real Barbara Chandler?
Honestly, it's just
no.
really
Why do you
poetic.
dress up like one?
What if she says
Because
no?
Barbara fucked over Chris so hard. It's just so
Oh, yeah.
poetic seeing her be at this fucking maniac's mercy. The monsters she created. It's beautiful. It's beautiful irony.
Wait, explain the lore. I'm not caught up on my Chris Chandler. What does
Barbara
she do?
isn't a very good person at all. Like, it's hard to explain. She really was controlling over pretty much the whole family. She's the reason why the entire family's got a hoarding problem. She didn't let Chris get like the proper help he needed. So for his autism and shit, which is why he turned out to be such a freak. He's just not a great person, and she's just getting her comeuppance, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting what she deserves.
Ah,
What do you get when you karma?
What do you get when you put a
What do you get
highly
you
functional
cross
autistic?
What do you
When
get
you
when
cross-
the chicken crossed the road? The other side. Ah, that's so.
Call the police.
What do you get when you cross a highly functionally autistic male with a society that trolls him and treats him like trash? I'll tell you
Alberto.
what you get. You get Sonic.
Alberto!
Alberto.
I still cannot believe that we got Alberto on the podcast.
That's
It's-
still fucking mind-bending.
He's
It's
literally
mind-boggling.
like he's the like symbol, I guess, like the character. He's the
Our-
man,
our
the myth, the
funny little
legend,
man.
and we got him on the 3rd episode.
You know how like in the Elder Scrolls they have like different gods of lore? Like yeah, for the SBC, like Alberto is one of those gods. And, like
Yeah.
we had him on the podcast.
All right,
There's
I'll
some
be
sort of, like,
back, but
ancient
this is for the
ruins in it.
final time. So
I'll be back, you sexies. Keep the
Okay.
conversation
Um,
rolling.
I think I've talked about this in the podcast, but my favorite Chris Chan video is the one where he's recording himself in Walmart and he's in the dressing room and he's like twerking. And he
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
Walla, walla, walla. He goes walla walla walla.
God, I hate that so much. Walla walla walla.
There's like another video that's like in that era where he's like doing all these like shitty videos for that one troll, and she's like, yeah, who's your brownie? Who's your brownie? While he's like fucking a sex doll. It's great.
Oh God, that's
Is that
I hate
real?
that.
That is real. He did that, or she
My
did
little
that.
pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be until you all shared its magic with
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Go off, man.
Go off. I mean, guys, who's your favorite pony, guys?
Who's your guys' favorite Littlest Pet Shop?
I like the bunny one, bro.
The bunny one?
There's
Like
like
a little
10
shit
bunnies.
There are like 500 of them.
Oh damn, fuck.
My
Damn.
my GF collects Littlest Pet Shops when she was a kid, and she has like 5 million of them, and she tried to sell them, but they're all worth like $5 now, like a piece.
Yo, she has
That's
like 5 million. 5 million times 5. How much is that?
Like a lot of money.
That's
Actually.
$2.
Actually, if you do the
$2.
math, oh, you're rich.
Hold on, let me scratch my head real quick. Let me think about it. Yeah, she's basically rich.
Let me scritch the singular hair on my head, twirl
Let me,
around,
basically-
put my fingers up to my chin and think.
Let me,
basically Jeff Bezos, so we're gonna have her canceled, bro. That's it.
My girl.
Over.
I got the Bezos Bay.
Bezos.
Dude, I literally want to take
Babes
my
up.
fucking, I want to take my fucking big finger and run it up and down Jeff Bezos's Adam's apple so fast.
That'll like pushes into his throat and permanently stays there.
No, I don't want to
I
hurt
run
him.
Amazon.
Adam's apple. It goes,
They'll make a funny cartoon sound.
Like go.
It'll go. That's how you make the Banjo Kazooie sound.
Guh.
Dude, my favorite voice in Banjo-Kazooie is Jam Joyce. He goes,
Ecom Bocom.
Ikam
What's everyone's favorite Banjo Kazooie game? Although that's
I haven't
pretty
played
obvious.
it.
Nuts and bolts!
Nuts and bolts! Banjo Tooie! Banjo Plane Rider, whatever the fuck that was called.
Diddy Kong flying.
Diddy Kong flying.
Diddy Kong flying.
They go flying over there.
Are we talking about Diddy Kong Racing?
I'm
Talking about
Diddy
just
Kong
Rareware.
flying.
Oh. Yeah, that's awesome. I used to play Diddy Kong Racing on the N64 on my dad's old N64 when we lived in an apartment.
I
It was
have it. I
super
think
dope.
honestly, I think it's overrated as fuck. I think it's better than Mario Kart 64, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, I mean, it is certainly overrated, but I do like the level mechanic. I could never beat the dinosaur fight though, because I was bad at the game. I just liked flying around the hub world and stuff like that.
Here's a hot take. Mario Kart 64 is the worst one in the series. I'm not saying it's a bad game.
Oh my
It's
God.
easily the worst one in the series.
Have you
I
played
wouldn't
the
say
Super
that.
Nintendo one? That one's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I
Super
like that
Nintendo.
one better, dude. I
Wow.
like that one better.
The Super Nintendo one and the Game Boy Advanced one aren't very good in my opinion.
Oh yeah, well maybe the Game Boy Advance one.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance ones, just the controls are pretty not fun. I played it on an emulator, but like, I don't think that makes enough of a difference.
you emulate? You're going to jail, Buster. Well, Buster you're going Brown. to hell because
I am calling the police.
You're going to hell because you don't believe in the true Christian God, you son of a bitch.
Alberto.
Alberto's a Christian God.
What do you
No.
think? Okay, okay. This is gonna be a big central question. If you could create a religion, what would you do it about? How would you spread it? That sort of thing.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think.
Bro, I'd make it about
Reddit
me and how
religion.
fucking awesome I am, and then I'd give it to all my friends, and they'd share it on like their favorite like posting page, and then they'd all give it to people. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would make it something like really.
STD.
I want to make the god like a super, like eldritch being, like so it just looks cool rather than just like
Oh, yeah,
something that
not at all
created us in our
practical.
image. I want something that created us because we were puny little morsels that they could play around with, little clay creatures.
Little critters.
Yeah.
Little.
We're literally
how
the
about
seamen
guys?
in his tank.
I'd make
Idea
my
to
god
make
a
up our
pathetic
deity.
idiot.
Idea to make up our little deity. How about we all say like one noun?
Oh,
one
yeah.
object, and we'll put it all together and someone
Yeah,
can draw it.
that'll be the thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
The thumbnail will be it, and then all of us like praying to it.
Yeah, alright. I want it to have 6 eyes and some really sharp pinchers.
Metal plating.
Where?
Sneaker.
A
I already
sneaker.
have a god. It's called Ribena, and it's
It's called
It's called
SRA.
SRA. Yeah.
yeah, it's called S-Ray. Oh my.
Wait, give it SRA's head. Give it SRA's
Yeah,
head.
give it SRA's head, but with 6 eyes.
Dude, honestly, like I'm terrified that people actually think I like S-Ray or that I stand S-Ray.
Because you
like, I
do.
really
Dude,
don't.
if you say
I
that, she's
don't,
not
dude.
gonna get on the
She's
podcast.
fucking annoying. I'll be honest, she's annoying. But like, I don't hate her. Like, I don't despise her. But like, I just think it's a funny idea of having.
I don't hate her. I don't want to. If she died, I'd be
I don't want
pretty
to. If she didn't
sad.
die, I wouldn't laugh at her grave and like.
Go into her
kiss
house and
foot.
shot her in the leg. You know, I'd be pretty bummed. You know.
If like she got 17 rounds in her foot, I wouldn't know what happened.
If someone cut her brakes and she ran right into a train, I don't know. I
If
don't know
someone
what
cut
I'd
her
do.
brain out, I wouldn't.
My favorite thing about it's the fact that people actually buy her OnlyFans. So apparently it's free, and you're like, oh, it's free. That's dope. No, you have to pay per post. So like she's charging
That's-
$25 for like
That's
10
awful.
photos, and it's like you thought,
Dude.
you thought you'd get me.
It's like,
No.
booyah,
I like when you
booyah,
posted that
SRA's
video
nude.
and she got it taken down because
That's
it had her
Taken down.
OnlyFans in it.
And then
If you
That's so
subscribe to
funny.
the Sensei and Cartel podcast,
And
you get
people thought I
SRA
made
fan
it.
bits and free.
I didn't make
The
it.
SBC OnlyFans.
I
Get
think
a
we
SRA
should all make-
OnlyFans for free.
We should make it OnlyFans. and
Yeah,
charge
we
people
should.
For the post.
let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
No.
my face reveal on it. And people
Just
pay for
pen-
that.
People
It's an
That's the
OnlyFans.
worst
It's
thing.
an OnlyFans for
That's
face
it.
reveals.
We're gonna
It's
make
just
yeah.
face reveals of us. That's it. That's
We're
all
gonna
I'm
make
doing.
more money on the OnlyFans doing face reveals than we have making AdSense ever. Just ever.
But yeah, so we need to finish this deity. So it has SRA's head with 6 eyes, like what did you say, metal, like a snappy claw.
Metal painting.
He's wearing
Yeah.
sneakers and metal plating. What else should we add to this being?
Big lobster claws.
Big boobies.
Big lobster claws.
Give her the body of Mighty the Armadillo.
What is
With
that?
SRA's face on it.
The Sonic character, Mighty the
Throw-
Armadillo. He's
I
epic.
wanted her.
Throw up
Can you do me a
Mighty the
favor?
Armadillo right now for
Take a
one
photo
frame.
of Mighty
Yeah.
the Armadillo and just put SRA's face over it, please. Thank you.
Alright, cool.
Give her the big Sonic eyes, like where the eyes connect. That'd be really
And
funny.
then,
I'll see what I
No,
can
but
do.
she has 6 of them.
Yeah, she has 6 of them.
But just 3 pairs.
Yeah.
Just 6 pupils.
Man, I love Mighty Armadillo. Remember when everyone thought that character was never gonna come back, and then he just fucking did.
And then he
That
did.
was so cool.
Because Sonic Mania is
Honestly-
awesome.
It's dope as fuck. Mighty is the most underappreciated character in that game because he can bounce off of spikes and then reflect projectiles. It's fucking dope as
Yeah,
shit.
like, okay, who's your guys' main in the
Super
fucking
Smash
game?
Brothers.
No,
No.
Sonic Mania.
And what?
Sonic
Mania.
Mania.
Dude, Ray is so fucking good.
Is he
I-
just like
Ray.
I
Cape
haven't
Mario
played-
in a Sonic game? Because
Yeah.
that's what he seems like.
haven't
Basically,
really
no,
played
he's like an advanced version of Tails. So he's for like really skilled players. If you know how to play
Yeah,
Ray,
he's-
you can fucking like
Just
save
swim
so much
through the game.
time.
Yeah, I normally play Knuckles because Knuckles is a fun, cool guy. But
Yeah,
Knuckles.
Knuckles was entirely created.
Better than the rest.
When you have Knuckles, like what they did with him in Sonic 3, or in Sonic and Knuckles, basically, he was meant to be like an easy version, but he had harder bosses. So his levels were way easier, but his bosses were harder.
yeah,
That's kind of what the whole creation of it.
that's
What-
really
what-
interesting. I didn't know that.
The only reason I'm such a big fan of Sonic was because I watched so many like YouTubers who were like really into Sonic, and I watched a bunch of Sonic AMVs. I bought like a couple games and I hated them all.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
never
get
really
the
Don't
liked
you dare
Smash.
forget the
I
Sun
mostly just
Sonic
liked
AMV.
Sonic because he was popular, and I was like, oh, I've got to like him because he's popular. But like, I never really got into
Yeah, I
Sonic.
bought like Sonic CD. That game's fucking trash. I bought Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic
CD's
CD's
fucking
alright.
Awesome.
Sonic CD's bad. I,
remember
hate
one
that.
time-
It's a dope. It's one of the best ones.
My
Are you
friend,
fucking
I
kidding?
love the visuals.
Sunshine
the
is
visuals
the best one.
my friend.
Sonic
Dude, Sonic
Galaxy.
CD is dope as fuck.
My
dude.
friend, who's kind of a nerd, he was like a god. He's still a god of Geometry Dash, but he was talking to me about Sonic CD, and he was like, yeah, so this is how you get the good ending, and you need to do all these, and he repeated it. He repeated like the whole process and like the best ways to do it and everything. Like he had that shit down pat. It was crazy. He had beaten it like 100% 3 times. It's insane. Like there's a real cult following for Sonic CD. It's
I don't know. I don't like it. Just the level design always irks me. Because there's so much weird shit going on. Like there's rings and walls and just weird places you can't even get to. It's like someone went nuts with a level editor, you know?
Well,
Did you
wasn't
ever
on
do
Sonic,
that? I used the debug menu a lot. It's really
Yeah, like the
Was-
debug menu.
wasn't Sonic CD the one with like the secret like sound menu, like the sound
Yeah,
test
oh,
thing?
Oh
that's
yeah,
so
like,
dope.
little
Happiness is
guy?
Forever
Yeah.
by Satan.
Did you
Okay.
ever have any of those myths that like? Oh, cats, go ahead.
I have a story related to that. I saw that as a kid and I hated it so much because as a kid I saw it in like a top, like I think it was Peanut Butter Gamer's top 10
Yes!
scariest
Peanut
video
butter
games.
Yes! Oh my god, that's how I found
I
it
saw
too.
it there. And I was like, oh my god. I saw it at my grandma's house and I was afraid to go to bed because I thought he would just like show up in the hallway and he'd run past me.
Yeah, that was the scariest
He'd
shit.
go,
Like,
"Wahoo!"
he doesn't say
And
that.
he'd go,
He's also part Mario. It'd be like,
Exactly. He'd go,
Oh, that's the.
"Gotta do it so."
Remember the Sonic.exe laugh? That's like,
The Kefka laugh.
yeah.
Dude, the Kefka laugh scares me, bro. Stop it.
Bro,
Dude.
I was I'm gonna.
Every time
This is
I hear the
embarrassing.
Kefka
I was
laugh,
actually
it's
really
weird.
scared of
I get
Sonic.exe as a kid.
I was scared of it when I
too.
first watched
I
it
was
because
so fucking scared.
yeah, I watched the video. of
I
it and,
first
like,
saw it in like it was like a top like 50 creepypastas video, and the video had jump scares and I wasn't expecting it, and his face
Yeah.
popped up on the screen.
That scared
And then
me.
we went to get pizza, and I was worried that he was in like my dad's the back seat of my dad's car, and he
Well,
was
yeah,
waiting to
'cause
kill me.
For me,
Wait, wishful.
Who was in the pizza box?
Wishful.
Hey,
wishful.
Wishful.
Yeah, what's up?
What would you do? Here's the question for you, okay?
Okay.
You're with the most beautiful goddess you've ever seen in your life, right?
Yeah,
She got that
beautiful.
long, she got that long red
400
hair.
pounds.
She got
Club
those,
foot.
yeah, she got the big
Like
blue
Whitey?
eyes.
It's
Yeah,
Issa
so you take her you take her out some delicious
fucking club foot.
you take her out some delicious pizza. You have a nice time. You're drinking root beer. You're having some orange lollipops. You're having a
Yeah.
good night, right? And you
Yeah.
decide to go. You take her back to your place. You know things are getting a little heated, right?
Things are getting a little.
Yeah,
little
things are getting a little
spicy.
spicy. But eventually, like that happened, and you guys are effing. And right when,
Effing, bro.
right when it's
You
about
guys
to
effing
finish,
in here?
right when it's about to finish, and like she's getting close, she does the Kefka laugh. What do you do?
I'd probably start laughing along too. Laughter's good.
You laugh
I'd be like,
along.
"Woo!"
Laughter's the best medicine.
You laugh along
I-
in her face.
I do a little Frieza laugh.
DXE.
She becomes 2D.
She says, "I am God."
And then I punch her in the face and run away as fast as I can.
You can't punch Sonic.exe in the face.
You
What
punch
else
Sonic
would I
Isha?
It,
I fucking start choking
Oh
him
my
under
God,
a pillow.
I think Don Draper's gonna fuck this beautiful woman as I'm talking to you guys. Sorry, I'm fucking Mad Men still.
He's gonna turn this on.
Madman.
Oh, dude, they're locking eyes. Oh my God, here we go. We're about to kiss. Yes.
It's true love.
True
True
love.
love.
Dude.
Dude,
Kinda
be careful.
related.
No, Ding Dong, be careful. She might turn into Sonic.exe.
Madman's
Yeah.
on EXE.
Dude, this is
Kind of
like-
related to this. Kind of related to this. What? Okay. What? This is for everyone. What do you think would be the worst curse to put on to have put on you?
Like if I could use the curse Kamehameha, would I use it? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
no.
asking?
No, like if
I
someone
think-
put if a witch put a curse on you, what would be the worst thing that they could?
Not
Like,
being able to speak
Um,
or write. Like if you couldn't communicate in the slightest, that would just like kill you.
Ooh, I have a good one. You turn into the slug from No Map, and I
Slug
can't
the
scream.
He turned his
No.
blood to slug.
Like, hey guys, I'm here playing Minions Run. Here we go.
No.
Remember to like and subscribe.
game is
I think we can get him on the podcast. Stop.
As
Hey,
you were
who on the
saying, Pat,
podcast?
Spot the Gaming Slug. Have you been active in the SBC at all?
No, I've seen those. Dude, we had that mechanic, like, dude, he's so cool.
We could get him on the next episode.
his stupid face
Oh,
cube video.
so Don Draper's actually being a gentleman, and he said, "I can't take you home tonight. I'm gonna have to walk you to your door." He's being a gentleman. He's not gonna have sex with this woman.
I'm not gonna
But he's a madman.
He's a nice man now.
He's a really
He
he
walks
actually
into-
is a madman.
He's had a change of heart.
Slightly less madman. Slightly
He's become a
perturbed
man.
man.
man for this instance.
Content man.
Content
He's
man.
Anger
swimming now. He's going for a
management,
swim.
Ding Dong, just narrate the whole thing. It's like that one
He's-
episode. It's
he's
like that one
racing
Diary
this
of a
guy.
Wimpy Kid thing. Remember when he's like, Greg can't watch TV, and so Riley just describes the whole thing to him in this one bit.
Through the
It's the
TV.
funny, yeah, it's the funny.
Wait,
So
hold
he
on.
just had like a little semi-race with this guy in the pool. Like, he was
Oh,
racing him.
I got a good question. What's like a thing that like a video game that was made of fiction that you always wanted to play, like Greg Heffley's Twisted Wizard or like something like that?
Oh
that
yeah,
just seems so
Twisted
dope.
Wizard.
Like, are there any examples of that you would have loved to play?
I don't know. That's hard. I feel like
that-
there's something. I can't
That
place
AR
it.
game.
You know what else
from
is hard?
Ready Player
Don
One.
Draper's penis.
That's-
being
yeah,
used
that's
the
for
Ready
woman.
Player One game.
What if Irate
Yeah.
Gamer? No, not Irate Gamer. What if the game dude did a review of Twisted Wizard? How would you feel?
I would be perturbed.
No, wait. What if that you know that shitty Polybus thing?
Polybius?
That-
Yeah.
Yeah. What if a game dude found the one copy of Polybus and he's just
He'd
reviewed
be
it?
He
like
said,
this. He'd say,
"This
"Polybus,
game sucks."
What a, he'd go, Polybus, what a scary bit.
Polybus, what a scary game.
Polybus.
game
And
is
it
for
just
the
doesn't even make any
anal
sense. I mean,
Polybus,
robots.
more like
in
anal
space?
fart.
Mind control? I don't have any mind to control. Gahaha.
Here we go. This game is a diarrhea travesty. It's an anal travesty. It's the worst abomination of all mankind, and it sucks.
That's what Don Draper said to that woman. He's like, "You're an anal travesty. You're diarrhea dookie dump."
And I know
This
you're
game
the
fucks
mom
and sucks.
from-
It
from
sucks and
Freakout,
fucks. I just
and
don't
you're
like
really
it,
hot,
and
but I
also
can't
it's bad.
All right, guys,
Damn.
I got a question. I got a question on the
Uh-huh.
field.
Yeah.
I'm about to send an
Don
image to
Draper.
the. Have any of you guys, if you've been around the YouTube fields recently, have any of you guys heard of like?
Heard of what?
Who?
You cut out.
Have any of you guys heard of Yummer?
Oh yeah, I've seen
Oh.
No, I
Like the
haven't.
stupid
No.
SpongeBob game?
Yummer. What a scary bitch.
Here, I'll send him it. This is what Yummer
Oh
looks
my
like.
God! What is that?
Hold on. Let me
Oh,
look
is
it
it
up.
that?
So,
Yeah,
a
please,
story about
right.
Yummer.
texture.
I hate that.
Yummer was a texture in a SpongeBob game. It was like a
What the
flash
fuck?
game. He doesn't appear in the game at all, but he's in there. And
Why?
He's
people are
in
like-
there waiting.
Not only is he in there, but there's also a frame of his animation where his hands are there, but not his face.
That's
So that
fucking
means that
awful.
It's
he's
actually giving me
tied
kind
to,
of
like-
chills, even
Yeah.
though I've
He's
seen him
tied-
before.
Editor, if you could flash him up there real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
flash him in.
Can you find me a GIF of his animation? Can you do that?
Here, I'll
I'm not putting
find.
the animation up there, but
Yeah, he doesn't have an actual animation, but like people have put in his animation. Here, I'll see if I can find.
Get that out of the
But,
chat. I don't want to look at that anymore. Like,
I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna give it a funny.
Dude, that's me when I watch pornography. That's
I'm
exactly
getting it
what
out of the chat. I'm just
That's
sending
me
a
when
bunch
I'm
of
walking on
keys.
my mom taking a shower.
Okay, I
He
got
looks
it
like
out
a
of the chat.
madman.
He's a madman. That's Don
He is the
Draper.
madman.
I'd like to I'd like to.
Setting that video. Yeah.
Fuck.
You go. You talk.
No, I was just gonna say that I've
Oh, no,
I've
you go.
rearranged
Oh, no,
my
you go. Oh.
setup because normally my laptop's like in the corner of my bed, but I didn't like having my back to the whole room because of that stupid fucking SpongeBob yummer thing. So
I
now-
know.
Yeah,
Give you a
it's so
spook.
unsettling. Yeah. This is the creepy
Yummer.
episode.
This
The
is
creepypasta
put
episode.
on Lavender Town right.
No, don't put on Lavender Town. No, put on Beware the Friendly Stranger. by Boys
Beware
of
the
Canada,
scare. Oh yeah, Ding Dong. Did
One
you
time.
see that I beat Silent Hill 2 recently?
I did not see that, but I'm proud of you, sir. What do you think?
I thought it was really good, and I might play the subplot. I'm not sure. I probably will, but
Based in
Oh,
Silent
the
Hill.
epilogue with Mary.
yeah, with Maria, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you should. The whole point of Maria's subplot is you only get one gun, it's a revolver, and it's just kind of like a better version of the pistol, and you also don't get any flashlight at all in the game.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. But like,
Yeah.
that's kind of dope. Yeah, I got the
so-
Sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't really have anything to say. I was
Oh.
just gonna make up shit about the plot. of
Can
Silent
I-
Hill 2.
Can I reel back to the game, dude, for a second?
Damn it.
Yeah,
This-
I guess I
this-
just wanted to talk about Silent Hill for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I kind of want to talk about Silent Hill 2 a little bit, but you know.
Oh
Game
no
Dude, I
no go
guess.
for it.
I mean, if you really want to talk about your silly little video game, that
Your
much,
silly little
I mean,
fucking
go
video game.
for
Wait,
it.
has anyone
Yeah,
else
really
played?
nothing
Let's
better to
roleplay. I'll
do.
be Eddie. He goes, if anyone makes fun of me, I'll poop on him. Just like
You're a fucking stupid idiot, Eddie.
Eddie. Are you
Eddie.
nuts?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah. He's not
fucking
like
loco?
Eddie.
Are
Have you
you
gone
loco?
cuckoo crazy? Are you eating Cocoa Puffs right now, Eddie?
Another fun fact for you about Silent Hill, the original scene where Eddie is like vomiting in the toilet profusely, that scene used to be way worse. Like he was literally vomiting all over himself and he was spraying chunks all over the room and everything.
That's awful.
When they were animating it,
Chunks.
they had a huge power outage and all of that got lost. And all the design team decided, I think that was like a sign that like we aren't supposed to do this. Let's not do the scene, and they
Yeah.
never redid it.
That's
All right,
really awesome.
I found the Yummer animation.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, send it in the
Here.
fucking chat, dude.
Yeah, I had to screen record it, but here it is.
All right. I'm not gonna watch it right now because that sometimes messes up the audio for the whole video.
It's too cartoony to be scary. Like you think it'd be a little scary,
It just
like,
bounces
whoop,
in.
He bounces
squashes and
up.
stretches.
Is that in a real Flash game?
No, that is the real Flash game, but that's not in the game. He was found in the game files, like his art was found in like a few codes relating to him, and his name is Yummer, but there's nothing relating to him in the game. There's nothing
They
like
had to trap
there's
him in
no.
the game.
He said, "I'm trapped in here, get me out!"
Trapped in the game world.
He's Cummer's friend.
So then what is
Cumber and
Mr.
Yummer.
Krabs? Then what does Mr. Krabs look to at the left in the original?
Nothing, because they just put the files.
He's looking
in
at a
there.
ghost.
It was a mock-up created.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if
That's
this
the episode of
ruins
this.
entire
That's the name of this
animation.
episode, Yummer and Cummer.
Oh my god, I don't
Yummer,
like that.
Comer, And a
That
Sayer,
makes me
the
uncomfortable.
Eldritch
Yeah,
Beast.
I don't like that at all.
It's like Dumber and Dumber, Yummer and Cummer.
I like that.
Another fun fact about Silent Hill that I had no fucking idea that happened, and like it still terrifies me when I think about it.
Mhm.
There's like room 11, I believe, in either the first or second complex you go to. This only happens on your first time playing the game. If you try to reload a save, it won't show up. There's like a 10% chance that when you enter one of the rooms, I think it's room 11, there's just a random like whispering clip that plays of a man whispering really quietly,
Oh, that's-
and nobody can decipher what he's saying.
I hate that. Oh my god,
You should
there's
look it up.
one part. It's in
Code.
the it's in the prison. The prison was easily the scariest part for me because it's just down,
Yep.
down, and you barely have any map
Wait,
for most of
I
it.
think I know what he's whispering. He's saying, "There's a really big rabbit outside. Just look. It's
That's exactly what it sounds
He's
like.
saying,
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, but like
Sriracha, can you play the clip of it for me, please?
I'll
Play
try
right
to.
here after this.
but like there's the prison part and there's like one part where you're going through the cells and it's like there's no enemies in it, but there's one part where it's just like It's you can hear something moving, and
Yep,
then
I'll tell you all about that. You go ahead, keep going. I'll tell you all about that.
you can hear something moving, and then it like sort of growls or it talks in a very low voice. That's the scariest. I hate that.
Exactly. So what
So
you
is
do
Yama.
is there's actually code for that in the game. It's called the Prisoner. It's an enemy that only appears in that scene, and it has no character model. It's completely black and it's nothing. But if you walk past its cell, James will look at it like it's a character. You know how like he looks at
Really?
enemies if there's one by him? So yeah, it's a real enemy. It's called the Prisoner, and he can even point his gun at it and shoot it.
Yeah, cause I noticed like the radio goes off sometimes, but there's no enemies there.
You can look that up too. It's called the Prisoner. It has its own. It's an.
That's fucking
But you
scary.
you can't see it.
That's some scary shit. I don't like that.
And I'm trying to think of other like kind of weird, creepy stuff like that.
Yeah, I
'cause
got the
I'm-
What ending did
You
you
guys-
get when you played?
Me?
Yeah.
I never actually finished Silent Hill 2.
Really?
But I know a lot. No, dude. But I played the shit out of it, and I know a lot of the endings. My favorite ending is a toss-up between probably In Water. I think In Water.
Yeah,
is
In
my
Water's a
favorite.
really interesting one. I got Leave.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that-
it leaves a
that's the
nice
easiest
ending.
one.
It's like a happy one
Yeah, that's the good ending.
because him and Laura get to leave, and then he adopts Laura, which is what.
Yeah.
I like the In Water ending because it's a bit more poetic. Like James finally accepts what he's done,
Yeah.
and he realizes what he has done and accepts it, and then decides that he can't live life without like Mary anymore. So he just drives into a lake and drowns himself.
Yeah, I think one of the best parts of dialogue. Skip to 49 minutes because it's spoilers. But the one part where the last time you see Angela, and it's like everything's on fire, and you're like, James is like, it's hot as hell in here, and she's like, so you're just seeing it now or something like that, or this is what it is, this is what it looks like all the time, and you realize like Silent Hill, like it's a special thing.
Design.
For everyone, like,
Everybody sees Silent Hill a different way. It's meant to
Yeah.
punish people who have guilt or who have done things and need
Yeah.
to accept what they've done. Another piece of dialogue that hints at that is what Laura says about the monsters when James is like, do you not see any of these monsters around here? And she's like, what are you talking about? Laura doesn't see any monsters because she's
Yeah.
a child. She has
doesn't
no
have any
guilt.
Yeah.
It's
such a
little
good
stuff
game.
like that. I will tell you though, the Maria ending is also one of my favorites because I like how poetic it is. James kind of gives into his guilt and
Yeah.
decides that he wants to be with Maria even though it's Mary because he can't face what he's done.
Yeah.
And while they're going to leave town, she starts
Yeah,
coughing.
she starts
and
coughing.
He says,
That was
you
the-
should get that cough. You should get that cough looked at. And basically, what that implies is that James is now stuck in a never-ending loop of where
Yeah.
he is forced to watch his wife get sick and die over and over again, like for eternity, because he can't accept what
Oh, I
essentially
think
what that means.
yeah, I think the ending is just so, like, not the ending, but like the part leading up to the ending is so just interesting.
They sell this pillow on Redbubble, and I've wanted to buy it for eternity. So they have a pillow on Redbubble, and it has like writing on it. It says James Sunder's secret weapon, and I wanted to buy that so bad.
I like that.
And I was like, oh no, it's like when you
I
find out that
understood
he,
that reference.
yeah, if
I
you
get
find
that,
out
I
that
get
like
that.
he killed his own wife, it's like it proves that like James is not a villain and he's not a hero either because
he's
he
just
did
sort of-
care. He killed Mary, and that makes him a villain, but
But
he did
it
it
out of
because
love,
she was
sorta,
suffering.
yeah.
But also, he even admits to Mary when he's talking to her that he also did it because he was angry at her, and he was angry for the way she treated him when he was sick and the suffering he's had to endure. So he's
Yeah.
kind of like morally gray.
Yeah.
He was a
okay,
madman.
one more thing I wanted to comment on if you had any lore behind it. When you go into the prison yard with like the nooses, and there's always the thing running around that like runs around you, but there's never anything there. Is there an explanation behind that?
I
It's
barely
Sonic.
remember that. It's Sonic the
So
Hedgehog,
it's
yeah.
in
I
the-
barely remember that, but I know what you're talking.
Yeah, like you'll just like be like sitting there because it's the place where you have to place the 3 tablets.
The puzzle, yeah.
And then like, but like as you're in that courtyard, no matter where you are, you'll always hear like a. I don't know if you
Like a
heard that
running
on the mic,
sound.
but yeah,
I didn't hear that. It's like a running sound.
it's terrifying. I hate
I don't.
Like
I kind of remember that, but I don't know a lot about it.
it. Yeah. All right, enough about Silent Hill because
yeah, this is the Silent Hill podcast. Get the fuck out of here.
It's gonna be a repeat of episode 0, where like 30%
Bruh.
of it is just you and Ronan.
Bruh.
The
Is there a
Konami
loud
cast.
hill?
The Konami cast. What's everyone's scariest game that they played? Like the game that scared them the most?
Like the game, Are we talking like unintentionally scary
Any
or like
intentionally or
Any type of
unintentionally? Just
fear.
this game that has scared you the most. Cause like for
Clock
me, it's,
Tower on the PlayStation 1 is fucking terrifying.
yeah, I've not played that.
Oh
one.
yeah, the little scissor man. He's like,
Yeah, dude.
wait, how does that
The
music
music-
go?
It's so scary, dude. Dude, that makes me.
Yeah, Silent Hill
makes
2
me
is
scared, bro.
probably the scariest.
You guys are scaring me when you're doing that. I'm dead ass. Like I got goosebumps. I'm scared.
Julian, I protect you. Don't
When
worry.
I went,
Honestly,
Did you guys hear that? It sounded
funny
like when
little
Mike
guy.
picked up the brat.
The brap,
brap.
your little cheeks, just.
just a little breath.
Did you guys
I'd
see
say-
the Joe Biden brap thing? I'm sorry.
I don't want to
Joe
think
Brap.
about the Joe Biden brap thing.
Where he shit himself.
I'm rapping. Yeah, when he farted.
He said,
He literally pooped himself. Dog.
That's literally, there was an Only Plays episode where they talked about like what if a presidential candidate was pooped himself on stage. He
And
did,
it happened.
he did that.
I mean, that's essentially the stage, yeah. There's an alternate
I'm
universe where it happened to IRL. And we all saw it because the SBC has become a conglomerate, and we got to talk to Joe Biden ourselves.
It's like that Game Grumps joke. Where, like in 4 years from now, people are gonna just inject a liquid SPC into their veins, and we all become crotchety old men who fight over the company.
Yeah.
Too frail and
We're all
old.
gonna be
to
hooked
act-
up to machines, like breathing.
It's gonna be like Team Fortress 2, guys. IRL. It's
Oh.
gonna be
Red. How's the cast gonna split?
we're all gonna have to be different colors. I call orange personally.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, freaking epic, bro.
No,
Oh,
it's
freaking
going
epic! Oh, you fucking prank, dumbass.
I'd say, in relation to Sriracha's question, the scariest gaming moment I've ever had was I was like,
scariest gaming moments.
Captain Scary.
Number one.
No,
Number one, the first one, the 1-1 Goomba. When I first saw that little freak scramble across my screen, I
legit
nearly
made me
shit
it-
myself.
it made my tongue shoot out of my mouth at rapid speeds.
I look
Made
like a
my eyeballs
cartoon
shoot out of
going,
my head and go,
"Awooga,
woo, 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 woo. And
Alright,
then I
Cat.
But no.
stayed in midair for a couple seconds, and then I
Alright.
quickly darted off screen.
What's
My eyes
Cat's
shut out.
scariest gaming moment?
Okay, I was like, I'd say 6. And I was sitting on my dad's lap. I wasn't sitting on it, but like I was sitting on a chair and playing on my dad's laptop in the kitchen. So it was on I think, nickjr.com. And
Holy
there was,
shit, that reminds me of something. But
Yeah,
go
that
ahead.
reminded me of a couple
That-
things, but...
and there were a bunch of Flash games on there. Like there was like one about the Upside Down Show, which was like these two guys standing in a room. There was there was a game about like the Backyardigans, which if you don't know, it's about a bunch of diseased animals running around and like making
Yeah,
up
I
games.
love
in
the
Oh
their
yeah,
head.
I played that little game. That little.
There was like a Halloween dress-up game. I remember that one. But the scariest thing that ever happened in a game, or that I can think of right now, that's most vivid, is I was sitting there. It was like late. Like it was so dark. The only thing lighting up was the computer and like a light from like the dining room.
Yeah.
And there was this game for a show called like 64 Zoo Lane. If you can find anything about the show, please like put an image of it, like the
Okay.
show, like maybe the screen flash
I
out
actually
on
kind of want to look that up myself.
Yeah, I'll try and look
64
it up.
Zoo Lane.
it.
That sounds like some
60.
Pirate Cove or Crystal Cove type.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was about this zoo, and then so the game, it was like a bunch of animals standing on a screen, and there was no sound at all. It was silent, and it was like a nighttime sky. There was a girl standing with like a bunch of animals,
Oh
if you-
yeah. I see
and if you clicked the logo, there was a logo. It did the theme song, which went 64, 64, 64 Zoo Lane, 64, 64, 64 Zoo Lane. And that, when I clicked that, because I was like, oh, there was no sound the entire game, and then that made me shoot at. I like almost fell out of my damn chair from that stupid 64 Zoo Lane
That's-
game. I was like panicking. My heart was racing at like 700 miles an hour because that game.
Yeah, I can
And then-
hear it in my head. Like there's just the awful like MP3 quality. Like
Oh yeah, it was so like crumbly and broken.
yeah,
So,
Oh
so
my
then I
God, the way you
exited out of the
described
tab
that.
and I like freaked out and I went to the living room and I ate
Jesus,
Yeah.
that place kind of looks like a hellscape. Like, imagine being trapped in like a fucking like weird hedge maze with
Yeah.
all these fucking animals.
That reminds me of I used to play on I used to get up in the middle of the night and play on my mom's computer, and one
No,
of the
you didn't,
games,
bro. You're lying.
One
This
of the
really
things
is
I
like
would
a horror theme episode.
Yeah.
We should save this for the Halloween special.
One of the things I did was I played this one Garfield Halloween game.
Oh, you're
on
talking about the
Genesis?
famous. Go
yeah, I
ahead
know
with the
about that
jump
one.
scare.
Yeah,
I have it on Genesis.
there was a jump scare, and it scared the bejesus out of me because I forgot the game volume was up, and it was like very quiet, and all of a sudden it was just a scream, a blood-curdling woman's scream. And first of all, I was scared that my mom was gonna get me and like punish me for being on the computer. But second of all, it was it just jumped and scared me, and I freaked the fuck out and hid under the table, and just was like, maybe she'll think the computer turned on its own and played Garfield on Friv. And then the other. Oh yeah,
go
I'll
for
let
it.
you go. Okay.
Oh no, you go ahead.
All right. Yeah. The other thing was I loved Zelda, since Zelda was one of my first games I ever played. Because I played
Zelda?
Zelda Twilight Princess. But I also played
Impa?
Ocarina of Time.
faces of evil.
But I couldn't
Impa.
play it very much because or I mean I could play it very much, but I was scared of the. Oh no.
Oh wait, no, he's
I couldn't play very much because I was scared of, first of all, there was the wall masters, which were like the things that would come down from the ceiling, like shadows would appear at your feet.
Oh,
It
those
would come
guys.
down from the ceiling and like pick you up and take you to the end of the level. And then the
Those
other
guys are
things,
punks in A Link Between Worlds. I
Yeah.
hate those motherfuckers.
the other things that scared the bejesus out of me were the Redeads and Gibdos. Those are like the zombie things that like just like
Yeah.
walk slowly towards you and they scream at you, and their screams are awful. But then like once
They
they get
stop
to
you
you,
in
they
place.
latch onto you and they
Fire
start
will
eating
scare
you.
the rats off keep
And I didn't know how to get them off, and so like they was just instant
Really?
death basically. Yeah, I had a nightmare about them one time where they entered my house and they killed my sister, and I had to like hide in the living room.
Oh my god.
It's one
And
of
then,
my
and
most
then you
vivid
tried running away, and
nightmares.
then they did the scream where you like
They-
froze for a second.
Well,
Like,
no, because they weren't like slow like they were in the game. They were fast. They were running at me, and like I had to hide in the
There was
living room.
Sonic.
And there was one
Oh, I'm
place.
thinking of Redeads.
Yeah.
There's
If those
Tulik
are the
down the side of
numbers.
Clicko.
So yeah, that's my story. Wishful, go ahead.
I have no fucking idea what this game is. I think it starts some sort of like shitty dog or something. It was like a learning type game because I had a bunch of those like old like learning CD games on the PC. And there was like this one cooking mini game, and I was a dumb kid, so I fucked it up like first time. And then the dog character said, "Uh-oh, look at what you did now." And then it cut to like the home screen, and then out of the kitchen lurked this horrible like fucking mud monster. He fucking oozed his way to the screen.
What?
What?
Fucking like
What is this?
horrible
That's
fucking mud monster.
terrifying.
And I got so scared I crouched under the thing and I
Please
turned
send
off
it
the
in chat.
tower. I don't know what game it is, like at all. I don't know.
Oh wait, are you talking about this guy in the purple coat?
Oh,
I
yeah.
am
What is
mean?
that guy in the purple
I
coat?
am mean.
I've
That's
seen him
I
in
am
YouTube
mean.
poops, but
Look what clever children! See them
He goes,
watch them learn.
bookworm.
You
We should have-
miserable bookworm! See what you've done!
We should have I am mean on the podcast.
I am
Here,
mean.
we'll get him on. Here, I'll call him real quick.
By the way,
Oh, yeah,
if
call
anyone
me.
if anyone can find that game, please tell me.
I'll
I
hook
want to
you
know.
if anyone can find it in the comments, let us know.
It looks familiar.
It's like a horrible fucking mud
Okay, guys, I am mean is here. Wretched child.
Oh, look what clever podcast!
Oh my god, I am mean. We can't believe you're here.
Hello!
Yeah, dude, this is the Comer episode and the I mean, like, that's insane. I can't believe we've had such dumb luck.
I
Fitting that they're all in the horror
I mean,
It's
who are
funny
you
that
politically? I mean, who are you politically affiliated with? Are you Democrat? Or...
Biden!
Now that's real scary.
He's a bookworm.
that's
Biden's
really
the
funny.
real villain!
Oh, I really like that.
Oh, I am mean. You gotta
Bookworm.
calm down, dude. we're not talking about politics on here.
I don't care!
Yeah, that was.
Wretched child.
Is that like ugly looking like troll thing that hangs out with him? He's like, oh dear.
Those
Yeah,
Oh, master,
Oh,
you can't
me
say
oh
that.
my. Oh me oh my, I have to clean I am mean's diaper again. Oh, boo-hoo.
Don't tell the
bother.
boss he was on a podcast.
I don't tell the boss. Oh.
All right, bye. I am mean. I'll be
Bye, Nice to
back.
have you.
He fell in a well.
Get him out of here.
Pushed him
Get him
down
out.
of your
Get
window.
him out.
Get him out! Don't
Get
give
him
him his
out
coat!
of here.
Don't give him his blue coat!
Don't give his coat. Dude, we should have. Did
He
you guys
doesn't
ever
co-
watch
wait.
Radio Graffiti?
I have
What?
not. No.
You guys ever watch Radio Graffiti?
Wait, before
there-
this, please. Editor, can you please put in the video of I am mean spinning away in a tornado when he left, please?
Yeah, put
Anyway,
that in.
I am mean, never quits.
He's been in a video of him getting pushed out of like a 5-story building, just dropping onto the pavement, dying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
Ding,
no.
continue.
Okay.
Okay, so Radio Graffiti was this show they used to have on the internet back in like 2011. They would play it on radio stations, and basically people would call in and they'd fuck with this guy that ran it. His name was Ghost, and he had like a Texas accent. And he'd go, "This is Ghost, Radio Graffiti," and they would always play like little meme videos, or like they would splice his audio to make him say like, "I love gay men," and he'd go, "Oh yeah," and then make him say, and he's like, "I'm not a brony." They'd make him seem like he was a brony, and he'd get
I am not a brony.
I like that.
There's a
It's so
YouTube
funny.
I am
poop.
straight!
Yeah.
I am straight!
He's a.
So it was like
he's a
it was like a
YouTube
YouTube
IRL.
poop, but in real life. And so people would call and play YouTube poops for him and like YouTube music videos, and he'd go, "Ah, shove it up your ass for Christ's sakes."
The one that-
Shut up your ass.
The one that Ronan
Did they make him
recommended to
say
me.
souse?
The one that
I
Ronan
think so.
recommended to me that I found really funny was the fake Gabe Newell interview, where he's like,
Yeah.
he just keeps talking about shit the whole time. He's the snow dog, the snow dogs.
but it's about shit. It's TF2, but it's about shit.
There's the snow dog hat, the
There's
tin foil hat to protect the people from the wretched Obama.
Wretched Obama. That's what I am mean said about him.
Wretched Obama.
I'll
You
be
wretched
back.
mortal!
Guys, I think we got Obama on the podcast.
I think you got a bomb. Yes, hello, I am President Hussein
He
Obama.
goes,
I should put featuring Cummer.
I like to
I am mean
introduce you
and
to my Vice
Obama.
President, I am mean.
Put I am mean in the thumbnail.
Oh god, this Sunday's gonna be cluttered. We're gonna have like the
Yeah,
giant S-ray
wait.
demon, we're gonna have I am mean, we're gonna have...
got-
I can't draw all of this.
You are the gigantic mutated wolf, and I'm the,
like
I'm
that.
the
A gigantic
gorilla.
mutated wolf, a gigantic mutated crocodile the size of a football field.
Well, football field versus me and my buddy George, who's a giant rare albino gorilla.
I love that video so much.
And
It's like my
Pat,
favorite video.
Do you think? Well, how do you think a live show would go? Like,
Oh,
if
I'd
we
go-
did,
I'd
if we did an SB.
I'd kill myself.
bad.
Live on
would we
stage.
have every member on stage?
No,
Like the
We
Super
talk
Mega
over enough-
Podcast in real life.
no, but
Talk
we could
over each other enough. If we were on stage, we would just all be talking at the same time.
to the
Not
one
me.
audience member. The audience member would just be other SBC members.
It would be
The whole
SRA.
I feel like if we
I'll
all,
be mixing the audio.
We
yeah,
gotta have S-Ray in our podcast, guys. I'm tired. Yes, we have to have her.
Oh please, oh please, oh
We have
please,
to
I am
beg.
begging you.
Oh please, S-Ray, please.
Oh
Podcast. I know you had to
please.
block me, and
That's
then you
my
blocked
Please,
me
your
final
on Instagram.
solution.
omnipotent have mercy.
After I unblock you on Instagram, then we can
Please
talk
show us
about
a little
that.
mercy. Take him away. I love
I'm
that
glad
clip.
she did unblock me though. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm glad our efforts weren't in vain. Thank you, everyone. who
What's everyone's
pushed for
favorite
that.
Zelda CDI line? I just want to hear everyone's.
I think probably. How about a kiss for luck? Because
luck.
Link is like a little creep.
He's a little creepo. It's
My
like Chris
favorite
Chase,
is
always
probably,
getting up on
No,
everyone's face.
honestly, the most
I
iconic line is "Your Majesty." Ganon and his minions have seized the kingdom of Korra.
Oh no, my favorite one is Squadala, we're off.
Squadala, we're up.
I-
You know,
I
for the
don't
longest
know.
fucking time, I thought that stupid motherfucker's name was Squadala.
Squad-a-la.
His name is
Call
Squadala.
him Squad-a-la.
That was
Okay.
my favorite. That was my
Okay.
favorite line because it was always used in SMG4 videos.
I'd say my favorite line was probably it's got to be the Ganon. Join me, Link, and I will make your face the greatest
face.
thing could die, or else you
Or
will
else you will
die.
die.
Like that die clip has had so much.
You
just-
would
Die.
It's
die.
been so relevant.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
there
actually
was-
do have a big important question for you guys. I'm sorry, did anybody else have another one?
No.
Oh, I had one. I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
My favorite is actually from the one starring Zelda, where she's fighting that like shitty like water wizard guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
"You killed me!"
No,
and then there's like a 5-second
no.
pause, and there's like, "Good."
Yeah, that one's
I like
great.
that one. Zelda's a little heartless bastard.
She just has a shit-eating grin, like the. It's
And
amazing.
then I like the my
Good.
cakes will burn.
Woo! It makes a little cartoon sound effect.
Or then from that game, I think was also the "Oh, this is awful."
Oh my goodness, this is awful!
Oh
Anything
my-
I see becomes my meal, and then he turns like the lips from the Kiss logo and just fucking slurps it down.
Okay, Ding Dong, what was your question that, like, the question for everyone?
What's that?
What was
Oh,
your
my
question?
question?
We forgot it.
I was watching Mad Men, sorry. So
Watching
what
the
is
beautiful goddess.
what does everybody think the most iconic line in movie, cinema, real life, and anything ever was? And I have a good one.
It was
Okay,
when Quentin
so mine
Tarantino
is
said the N-word.
yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah. No, I honestly, and I'm not even
Okay,
being
honestly.
facetious. I'm not being ironic. Dead ass. I cannot think of a more iconic than when the spy walked in and he said, "Gentlemen." I literally cannot think of
Gentlemen.
I think
when he said "gentlemen" and he had the guy on his shoulder. I cannot think of anything
that's
more
pretty
iconic.
iconic.
Wait, iconic as in it's used in a lot of things, or iconic as in it really just sticks out to you in your
No,
mind?
it's
Oh.
the most important thing ever said.
I think
Oh,
like to
I got
you
one.
personally.
I think when Flowey
Yeah,
on Undertale
gentlemen.
said it's kill or be killed, I think that's pretty
Yeah,
iconic.
that's a
It
good
really,
one.
it really
Stomped
opened
on
my
my
eyes
big
to
boot.
Darwinism, and I just think we should cull the wheat from the
Yeah.
chaff in
I'm trying to
society,
think.
you know?
There's definitely one like that I can totally think of, but I don't remember what it is right now. If
I got a good one.
Okay.
You want to meet Saturday and Sunday?
No, the weekend.
is a finger.
My personal favorite is That'll Hold 'Em All, right?
It's classic.
Dude,
Kind
if
of
I
on
don't get
what-
this fucking Starboy, if I get this Starboy pin, I'm gonna throw a fucking.
Did it not end
Murder
already? Is
party.
the competition still going on?
It's still going.
What kind of
Need
what
to
Beth said.
enter.
I remember my girlfriend really liked that episode
Like
Dude.
unironically.
because she's a huge The Weeknd fan. Like she listens, she's a huge fan of his music. So she watched and she's like, yeah, it was actually really good. I'm like, all I could think about was dancing, grooving.
There was a oh my god there was an island design used in something. I don't know what it was, but I think it was like a show, an animated show, and yeah, and it looked like the island that they used on The Weekend, but I was with my family and I couldn't
I think it was Moana. I think that was a
Yeah,
reference to Moana.
I couldn't just be like, guys, that's the island that was like in the Weekend American Dad episode, because they'd think I would was mental. Like they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's The Weeknd IRL. It's like, guys, it's the guy from Family Guy. I mean, American Dad.
What's everyone's favorite Seth MacFarlane show? I feel like I've asked this before, but
Seth MacFarlane show. I really liked that pilot that was supposed to be Family Guy. It was just a dog and some weird old man. And the
liked his
pilot is they go
Flintstones
like
pilot.
shopping.
I think Family Guy overall is the better one. I know Ronan would kill me for that, but like, it's just for irony's sake. It's kind of funny to watch just with friends.
irony's sake.
And then the first
mean,
What
one
if
is
real
the-
lives had cutaway gags like in Family Guy?
Dude, I wish.
That'd be awesome.
This is worse than a time that I had sex with 20
That's-
women.
That sounds like a Black Mirror episode. Like
Everyone in
cutaway
like
gags.
a
Cutaway
20-foot
gag.
radius just
Yeah.
like imagines it in their head.
Does
What if
Mad
I
Men
had
have cutaway
$120?
gags? Ding dong.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm watching Mad Men. What's up?
Okay, sorry. Just kidding.
Well, what's happening in Mad Men?
Does Mad Men
Don's
have
Bet he's
cutaway
mad.
Don's secretary just died. She just died at her table. She's an
Oh
old
my
old lady, and she
Oh my
just like
God.
died.
That's what you get
Did
for
that make
being
him mad?
No, he's actually very concerned right now. He's not very angry.
He's not very angry.
Actually, he seems kind of frustrated because he's having a big business meeting in the other room with these other clients. So he's
Dog,
kind
my
of worried.
secretary
And this
has
woman
to
just
die.
decided.
Oh, you just
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
keel over. Good job.
Well,
my
also,
name's
that's what it. Oh,
Oh, Chica.
oh, Jake, I love you.
Oh.
he named
Remember-
his dog
remember-
Chica.
Five Nights at
remember
Freddy's.
My favorite Sayori Bean moment was the time that Brody Fields was going down, and they were posting all the weird shit, and they posted Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh
porn on
yeah,
their story.
I was on that account.
And then
What
Sayori
happened?
Bean sent the Five Nights at Freddy's porn to the chat, and that was it. That's my favorite Sayori Bean moment.
Oh, and she didn't say anything else.
No, she said 3 laughed cry emojis, I think. But
Laughing.
Sayori's
crying.
like strange return.
Oh my god, this Chica and her pussy is getting pounded.
I'd fuck the shit out of that robot.
I don't want this in the podcast.
Take it out
The
then.
Please
spring
cut all
traps
this.
activate.
1
Yeah.
minute of.
This is
1
called
minute
being-
podcast episode. Please.
Please slow down the cum effect so it lasts like an hour. It's like.
No, listen, Pat.
We should.
Pat,
We should.
I want you to record. I want you to record a TikTok video for the chat. Listen,
Say, look
I
out for
want
those
you-
eyes because she's armed and dangerous.
I want you to record yourself like re-singing like the Gaston song from Beauty and the Beast. But when he goes up, roughly the size of a when he goes, it's covered with hair. I want you to rip open your shirt and show it to the
I want to rip open your pants and show all your little pubes.
Why is this
No,
so
I'm
funny?
smooth like a baby.
It's smooth like a baby down there. What the fuck?
If I
It's
do
like a
that,
seal down there.
If I send that to the chat and I do that, will you please do it yourself?
I would do
it. too? Every last inch of me covered
Maybe.
with hair.
I wanna do-
Maybe.
And every last inch of me's covered with hair. I'm literally gonna do that instead of the fucking
God,
with no context.
Hashtag
post
no
it, like,
contest
7 times in a
SBC
row.
moment.
Irony. So, have you guys read Moby Dick?
No.
I read
Moby
Moby.
penis.
You guys are so fucking lucky. I think Herman Melville is autistic because he knows too much about whales and stuff for it not to be a hyperfixation. Like, if you can go on for like not even half of a book, it's like 3/4 of the
Whole
book.
book.
It's just him talking about like the boat parts and the side of a whale and like what parts are on a whale and why the whale is white and all this like crazy bullshit.
Either A, he just like he knows a lot. Either A, he like studied whales or something, or B, he's autistic. Like,
Yeah, just hyperfixated.
Either you're really smart or you're just fucking autistic. There's
That's
no
not
way
what I'm
to
is
say.
saying.
white
Wait a minute,
because it's
the
slender
book is
whale.
called Moby Dick and the whale is white? What? Is a
What?
white penis?
I don't want to think about it.
White
Come on.
Actually, I prefer mine black, thank you very much.
Yes.
This book
I
sucks my
prefer
dick.
Moby Clit.
I knew you liked chocolate.
I knew you guys knew it like chocolate. Yeah.
If you describe any black person's chocolate, I'm
My
literally
brother
gonna
and I
hit
were-
you with a really big hammer, like a really big cartoon hammer. I'm just gonna go womp. It's just gonna go.
My brother and I were talking about that today, about how really one of the most
How what?
weird and surreal moments has ever happened in my This woman literally commented to me, shocked.
Oh, it's-
I talked about this on another podcast. Did I not tell you guys about this?
Yeah, that's why I quoted it.
I know, but I don't
It's
think
my
there's
favorite
people on the
podcast
call that might know
moment.
it.
I
It
don't
said,
know if I know it.
She said, I knew you liked chocolate.
Oh yeah, that was
I-
my favorite. That was my favorite story. One of my favorite stories. What's everyone's favorite
It's
story?
my
This is a
favorite.
throwback episode.
My favorite story is the Ender's Game. That's my favorite story. There's this kid. He's like in the military
He's in
training.
the Ender.
He's gotta fight the bug people. It's fucking epic.
Guys, have you ever beaten the Ender Dragon? Oh,
The Ender
God.
Dragon in Minecraft?
Still trying.
Bro,
I've never beat it
he is
legitimately.
fucking scary.
wholesome
Stop it right now.
Honestly, can I go on a rant about Minecraft?
Yeah.
No.
Minecraft
no.
is like
No.
playing the game legitimately, just trying to get to the end is so fucking boring. Because collecting the
No,
Ender
it's
pearls
not.
and like finding the Ender Fortress fucking sucks, dude. You use it like 5 times and it breaks, and then you gotta fucking beat the shit out of another Enderman, which could take like 2 in-game days or something. It's fucking awful. It's like a
That's why you do it
900
with
miles
friends.
away.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Know what I'm saying?
I hate the game. It fucking
Don't
sucks.
hate the player. Hate the game.
Fucking awful. Minecraft's trash. Nah, it's fine. I like it.
I think Minecraft
Every
is
last
good,
inch of
but-
me's covered with cum.
Guys, if you guys say Minecraft sucks, literally we're
And
gonna
the
lose all of our fans.
monster.
We're gonna
And
it's
the
not a funny
cum
Reddit game
monster.
anymore. Play Myths and Phrase now,
That's
we're
my
good.
favorite
We've been
video.
appealing to them with based and red pill jokes, and then they're gonna see that we're talking about how Minecraft sucks, and they're gonna get really angry.
They're gonna
Minecraft
go like
sucks.
grrr, they're gonna
Whoa.
clench their
Say,
little
now
fists.
I'm really angry.
I think Minecraft is a good game objective.
I love that Rice Gum video. He goes, now
I'm really mad.
mad.
Have you seen that?
really mad.
Have you seen
I'm
that
really
one video
mad.
He's
of
so
the
mad.
Asian
he
guy?
could
He's like,
spit.
can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
Shooting stars.
That looks like rice gum, dude.
It does actually.
Yeah. Think about it.
Can we get Reptile legit on the podcast to make funny Minecraft videos?
Reptile Mortal Kombat.
Let's get rice gum.
Let's
on.
get rice gum on the podcast.
Let's get Rice Gum.
Get Lizard Squad on the podcast.
Lizard Squad.
Can we
Look
get
at
Dan
me.
TDM
I'm a
on the
lizard.
podcast?
That's better than a gizzard. I wish I could sing that whole thing. That's a beautiful song.
I'm a lizard, a big fat gizzard.
Can we
Okay,
get
the
Jack
last
Stauber on the
Fat.
podcast?
What do you think of that?
Hey, Lizard Squad, hack this.
Can we get Mac DeMarco on the
Revealed my
podcast?
fat giant
Have
pulsating.
you guys-
ball.
Have you guys seen that photo of Mac DeMarco where he's like performing live and he literally bends down, pulls his pants down, and shoves his thumb up his own asshole?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's done that before.
I'm
He
not
shat
making
on
that up.
stage.
I'm not
Have you
making that
guys
up.
heard
That's
of,
fucking real.
Have you
That's
guys heard
real.
of
I'm not making that up.
Oh, what's his name? It's like Gigi Allen. Have you heard of Gigi Allen?
No.
Good game,
He's this
Alan.
crazy rock star dude. He would like shit on stage and beat people up in the crowd. People would come out of the crowd and beat the shit out of him like while he was doing concerts. It was the craziest shit. Like if you came out of there with a black eye, you got out of there like good. Like people would just fuck and like beat the shit out of each other. It was a crazy mess. He's an interesting guy. I would recommend looking him up. Gigi Allen, yeah. He's a wild man. Ding dong, would you
He's
shit
a
on
crazy
stage?
fella.
Will
Would I
you
do
shit on
what?
stage on our live show?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome, dude.
No, I'll just
Awesome.
watch
It's like,
Matt
and every
Day.
last inch of you guys are
Covered with hair. Covered with cum.
They
He
covered
shits
in
cum.
shit.
I'm gonna fart out your
Shit,
cum.
Luigi, you didn't make it.
Shit, Luigi, you didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
Has anyone like done a shit? Has anyone made a
As-
like done
No,
a
I
piss jar
haven't.
before?
A YouTube poop? No, never made.
No, a piss jar. How did you get YouTube?
No.
What?
What?
Excuse
Who
me.
makes a piss jar?
My friend made a piss jug, I think.
No, he
I was-
didn't.
Yes, he did. I have a
Story
picture
time.
of
I
it.
had a pee on a bottle
a
on
picture of
on
it.
a road trip.
Disgusting.
I
That's
have a
it.
picture of it. I'll put it up right now. I'll censor out his face, but I'll put it in.
Why are you gonna send us a photo of that?
Because
I think it might be his
Oh my
cue.
god, dude.
Oh my god.
it's
bro.
like
God.
it's
God.
sickly yellow too.
Oh my god. Oh.
We're over here talking about fucking cum and women getting fucking fucked, and
Oh
now when
my
we
God.
talk
Yeah,
about
you're
the show
censored,
that's
I
buddy.
literally went to see women suck cock.
You're getting censored, buddy.
See, when it happens to women, it's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I must
Yeah,
make
you're
my
banned from the
apology to the
podcast.
LGBT community.
Yeah, that was honestly really offensive, and you're.
Oh, you're fired.
I'm fired.
If you think you're gonna back on, dude, yeah, you better rethink your point.
Yeah, cancelled. Okay, that's good. That's favorite.
Wishful's the only one who can see what I've just sent to the chat, or the only one who's seen it so far. I don't know about you
I
guys.
don't want to see. Okay, let's see. This is my live reaction. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking vile,
No!
dude. What
I got
No!
jump scared. Come on,
Now you
really?
see. What's
Really,
everyone's opinions on
bro?
Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, what? How was? Ding dong. How
It's-
old were you, and what period of your life were you when Five Nights at Freddy's got popular?
the? Let's talk about how Five Nights at Freddy's has changed each and every one of our individual lives.
It made me
I
meet
never
my
played
best
it, so-
friends. One of my best friends. I met her basically. Well, I didn't meet her through FNAF, but like we.
Yeah,
got
I made
close.
friends through FNAF. It was
And that's
really...
how I met your mother.
I'll
Um,
make sure about that.
Ding dong. Where were you in life when Five Nights at Freddy's got popular?
He was
I
70 years
remember.
old.
I actually can tell you the night that it came out. Like when I was first kind of watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
It was when Julian spent the night at my house, and oh my god, sorry, somebody's getting mugged in Mad Men. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Julian was spending the night at my house, and so was his brother. And I had my shitty old TrueTech TV that didn't even have HDMI, and
Good
I would watch
question.
I would watch
Is his
YouTube
name-
on my PS3 and my Wii. Well, who said a Don Draper gif in the chat? Fuck you. He's listening. He looks like he's listening to a story contently. So we were
Go
literally
on.
watching videos of PT. Like PT had just came out. We were so scared.
Yeah.
And then we were all sitting there and said, Markiplier just uploaded a video of him playing this game called Five Nights at Freddy's. And we all sat there and watched it in the pitch black and we were so scared.
I love that.
It was so good. Can we send more Don Draper gifts in the chat? How do I get these?
Don Draper.
How do I get these? Yeah, I
Where's the
remember
gift? Where are the
I-
gifts at? I don't see them.
I got introduced to Five Nights at Freddy's because one of my friends at my after-school program was like, dude, have you heard of this new game? It's called Five Nights at Freddy's. And he told me about it and he was like, dude, let's play it in real life. And so what we would do is one person would be in the middle of the gym as a security guard, and then the animatronics would be in the four corners of the gym, and they would use the lines to try and get to them. And if the security guard was looking at them, then they couldn't move. And so the security guard had to like multitask and stuff like that. It was really cool.
I remember. Kind of related to that as a kid, and you guys talked about this in a previous podcast. It was about how kids would how when we were kids we played games like video games like IRL, like we would like play like Mario with like our siblings.
Yeah.
What I used to do is me and my friends in like elementary school, we used to play Five Nights at Freddy's IRL. I would be all the night guards because everyone else would be themselves. Like they'd be like, I'm John, I'm going to Freddy's Pizza. I'm gonna be a night guard, and then I'd be the security guard, I'd be purple guy, I'd be phone guy. I'd be all the animatronics. I was the puppet master of Five Nights at Freddy's and my friend. So
that reminds me of one time I was staying at my dad's like way back when. This is probably like 20. And my little brother Hunter, my dad had a security system and he had like a monitor that would play the cameras. And my brother's like, let's play Five Nights at Freddy's in life, and I'll be the camera guy, and you can be the animatronics. You can come cameras. And it was the fucking stupidest thing. Like it wouldn't even work. Like, what's your goal here? What are you gonna do?
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's is like how I primarily made friends in like middle school. I just was like, hey, do you like what did you see Markiplier's new video on that crazy new game? It's pretty cool, right? And
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I love it.
I love
My
it.
favorite animatronic, Foxy.
Who's everyone's
I
favorite
like
animatronics? Yeah, I loved Foxy.
Foxy.
was my favorite.
Foxy's my favorite.
Because
My
he's
favorite
so
has to be
gangsta.
Freddy.
Mine is Golden Freddy, bro.
Anyone who
Honestly,
likes Golden Freddy isn't alive today.
I hate how like over the time Freddy got downplayed throughout the series, because like in the
Oh,
original
yeah.
game Freddy was the main threat. When that motherfucker came out, you knew shit was about to go down. He
Yeah.
played by no rules, and then he just sort of
And
became
then-
like a bad.
They did Golden Freddy dirty in the second game. Like, that sucks how he just is like, he went from like being this sort of like random creepy like thing to being this like, he's just a JPEG that comes towards you.
Four
Oh my
is my
God, you guys
favorite,
cut
personally.
out. No.
I
No,
did.
Did you say you like 4?
Yeah, I like 4.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I
Sweetie,
just
no.
like
I
it.
thought you were cool,
Better
Ding Dong,
3 or
and then you
4.
said that, and
No,
now
that's
it's-
okay.
Every last inch of me
4
is
is better
covered
than
with hair.
3.
every last inch of me is covered with.
My favorite's probably 2, but that's just because of the nostalgic like values of it.
Yeah,
Oh, nostalgia blast. Oh.
nostalgia
All the-
critic.
3
all
is
the
the worst
feels
one,
are-
arguably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
talking
3 is
about how
another
Golden
worst
Freddy got fucked over in Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Every last inch
yeah.
of me is covered with Golden Freddy.
And like there's a lot of stuff that Scott just hasn't like clarified. Like, did like the purple guy kill the kids with the Freddy suit or the Bonnie suit? Like, which one did he use? It just says a yellow one. I think it's the Bonnie, but like it's not explained. Like,
No, he just bonked the kids on the head with a big hammer.
he hit him with a club.
He was like,
Markiplier literally saw the purple guy murder 5 children and he said, "Oh my god, Chico, protect me."
he saw the purple guy murder 5 children and he said, "I will not tell anyone, please, please, please."
I'm Markiplier.
He's
My
literally known about
circulating
his
tight,
entire
please
life.
don't kill me.
Markiplier knew what was going on.
he was like, please, I'm
real.
property, please.
Dude, I like to make Julian watch like sexy edits. He'll make YouTube of
Like,
like
I guess
Markiplier's
I'm
Golden
just
Thumb
complaining
challenges
to you.
of like him dancing and like his shirt's off and he's like flipping his
Yeah,
hair.
check the
And like
the
he's
chat,
making
ding
like
dong.
faces like he's coming and he's like, oh.
Check the chat. Ding
I'll
dong.
make him watch this.
Oh,
It's not even a joke. I'm dead serious.
Do you like what's in the chat, ding dong?
very,
What's
very good.
Check the chat, dude.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I
Look
sent
at
that
that.
as you were saying, like telling the story. I didn't know
No
that you were gonna
way.
do sexy. I didn't know that you were gonna do
Markiplier.
sexy Markiplier. Just
Say
Yeah,
I like how the
yeah.
gift
That's
name
what I'm about to
is
look like.
Markiplier
Once
Hot.
quarantine's over and the gym's open back up, that's what we're doing.
That's you. That's you.
This is-
We're gonna
this
play
one's-
Five Nights at Freddy's.
this is me when I play Five Nights at Freddy's.
What, you throw stars on your nipples?
Yeah.
That's me when I play Five Nights at Freddy's and I realize my cock's out.
No. Sriracha.
Guess I'm just
Or
a
whoever's editing
baby.
this, can you
This,
please
dude.
put this on screen right now?
Yeah.
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 Please, I love that.
I'm on
song.
that good cushion alcohol. I got some bad bitches I can call.
What's your guys' favorite 50 Cent lyric?
That's what he said. N-word stole my bike. He said that.
My favorite 50 Cent line is when he made a video game. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's called Blood on the Sand. He said, Tony Yo, I love you. He's like,
Ding
my
dong.
favorite 50 Cent line is what he said. 50 and Parappa make a track. Block, turn around, kick, punch. Yeah, you know.
Parappa-
you get down.
Parappa on the PSP
Kick,
is at my
punch.
local
favorite
secondhand
Parappa
store.
How much are they selling it for?
I don't know. I can't see because the price tag's too blurry.
When you said local, I thought you were about to leak my old meme page from Facebook back from.
No, I don't know it.
Then Pat knows about that, don't you, Pat?
No, I don't.
Remember Julian told you about my old meme page that I used to have on Facebook? We
No,
all
I
used
don't
to be
remember
admins on. It was the local. I can't.
Local 58.
And remember I had Buzz Lightyear as like the profile photo.
Oh my.
I don't remember that.
Dude, you and Fan 53 were like you're posting it all the time. You guys are making fun of me. That was old as fuck.
I used to have an old repost meme page. I took it down
too.
because I didn't want to be attached to it just in case any of those crop up in 10 years, get canceled.
Yeah, I don't want to be attached to mine either.
Shut me down.
Oh yeah, I had a meme page which then I transformed when the whole thing went on. I got really big into like the FNAF irony stuff. I had like I was Toy Bonnie fan 53. That's
Yeah,
real.
yeah. I follow you.
I was Toy Bonnie fan. Ding dong. I'm in that, but like not really because I didn't know about the lore at this time. I just
Right.
saw it because I was like, oh 53. But like
That's funny.
I was in on. I'm in like tons of group chats and like I'm in people's like little stories. Like it's cool.
That's awesome. That's
But,
based.
but originally
That's your
originally-
legacy. That's what you're gonna
that
remember
that'll be
for.
my legacy. That's what'll happen. Originally, it was a shitty page where like I'd repost stuff. It was like I ran with my friend in middle school. It sucked.
I had a Nintendo account I ran with 3 of my friends, and we started out with just like random Nintendo funny images that we found and created, and then we started running it like a news channel, but there was already like better Nintendo news pages, and so I was like, we gotta stick to our roots, man. We gotta post funny memes sometimes. They're like, no. And then
That's when the band broke up.
It's
one
like,
sec, I'll be right
like the
back.
Beatles was fucked up. Except Yoko Ono wasn't
That shit
there.
fucked up, bro. Have you guys seen that video of Yoko Ono where she's just screaming when
She goes,
yeah,
Editor, if you can
Love
put that in for like if you can play Yoko Ono screaming at the top of her lungs right
When I
now,
see
please
when I
open
Yeah,
see Yoko
yeah,
Ono,
but
I
only
think she's
play
voiced by Zach Hadel. Like I
Only
can
play it for
imagine Zach Hadel's
only play it
voice.
for 0.5 seconds though. Like don't play it
Goes,
for longer
"Yeah!"
than half a second.
Yeah.
Alright. We should
She
probably
goes, "You're a
wrap this up
disgrace.
pretty
You
soon.
Black
got
Ops
no
Zombie.
talent.
You're a disgrace. You got no talent.
We should probably wrap
I
this
walked
up.
these
You
streets
suck.
for
You
years."
suck.
Hey,
I walk the Grateful Dead on stage. I hang out with Black Sabbath. What are
Bob
you?
Dylan.
What are you? Bob Dylan.
A sack of bugs.
I spat in John Lennon's eye. Just spat right in his eye. What are you? What are you?
What are you?
I think that's a sign we need to end for tonight. we're at
I
Yeah,
think I
I'm just
killed
watching.
it.
Oh my god,
So-
I'm sorry. I'm watching protest
I
videos.
sucked Lennon's skin. It's a little
I thought you were
Oh,
watching
switch
Mad
it.
Men.
Oh my
He
god,
switched it
these
up.
cops are just like running people over. This is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
from
my god,
America.
they brought out a rocket launcher? Oh my god.
Okay.
They nuked the city.
So before we get too deep into that, thanks for watching, you guys.
Let's wrap this up.
I hope you have
alright.
a good sleep, wherever
Stay
you
safe,
are.
everyone.
Even though you're probably listening to this, whenever you're listening to this, I hope you sleep well tonight. And let's reintroduce everyone really quickly.
I'm Ding Dong Fan 53 on Instagram. I'm gonna continue watching that.
I'm Sriracha Sucks on Instagram. I haven't gained any followers since my last update.
You thought that's so depressed.
I'm doing terribly. Please love me. Alright, next person.
I'm Cat on Instagram. I think I have some like orange juice in the fridge, and I'm gonna crack that open. I'm doing good.
Ooh, sexy.
Yo. Yeah.
Alright, I'm Wishful Ranger 22. Yeah, that's me. Hi.
He's
How was your day?
Hi.
Oh, that's good. So basically, what I did today was I went down to the store.
And we have one more guest. Who was
No,
it?
we don't.
Okay, well there he was. That was.
I don't exist.
No way.
He's our beautiful thumbnail editor for the most part. But
He's our beautiful little pet.
yeah, we keep him in a cage sometimes.
A little slave.
We let him roam.
We give him like a little chimpanzee outfit, and he plays his cymbals.
I do a funny dance.
Alright. So yeah. Bye-bye everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye
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 for now.
Bye.
Bello. Lo, 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 lo.